Hey everybody, it's Tyler again at Angry Bird. I want to talk to you guys about conspiracy theories just for a moment. It's kind of relevant to everything going on in the world, right? You can confirm anything. Anything you want to believe can be confirmed. Most people, once they reach that confirmation of whatever they want to believe, they kind of just stick with it. So I'm going to talk about a person I know, I care about, and I believe to be, somebody that has a little bit of a violent history towards other people and kind of a narcissist in a way, and a bully in a way. But that could be a different conversation for a different day. This is more like my first encounter ever with the Qanon conspiracy. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically this guy chimed in and said he was like an insider, and he kept trying to drop little lines here and there for people to try to decipher, and everybody was deciphering them all different ways, and this supposed to be about catching pedophiles and doing crazy stuff. Pedophiles that do crazy stuff like drink the essence of children, just off the chart, just out there. And this was right before Pizzagate, I want to say. And then it was like, then Pizzagate, and then right after. If you don't know what Pizzagate is, it's essentially where the conspiracy went so out there that they determined that there was this pizza restaurant. I want to say it was in D.C. and they told their audience that they had kids in the basement. The people that come in were ordering off the menu, and based on what they were ordering, it was what kind of kid they wanted or something. It was just so out there, and they convinced people like me, that they got deceived, and they went there with guns, and they went there to go kill the pedophiles and save the children. Minimum, save the children. Then maybe they weren't going to go kill nobody, right? Who knows? But they went in there with the guns, and they were looking for the basement. They couldn't find one because it didn't exist, and they were convinced of it, right? And I think right before that happened, I was kind of like, damn, there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Let me, there were so many videos. There's so many people trying to decipher. There's so many people. Oh, he dropped another one. And it never ended. It was the biggest possible fucking rabbit hole you could ever get in. I mean, you could go all different ways in there, and it just kept going and going and going and going. It never ended. It's still going on today, you know. And anyway, Pizzagate happens, and I'm just like looking at the story, looking at what they were posting, looking at, and I'm just like, dude, this is what I'm talking about, and I'm telling my guy that, this is the kind of stuff that you have to step back, man, and just kind of, and this guy just, if you don't know, of course everybody knows today, right? All you have to do is be on X for 10 minutes and chime in and try to be positive, right? Everybody will cutthroat your ass. So imagine trying to question somebody so convinced of something, just step back a second, look, and the immediate reaction was, "Well, that's just what they want you to believe. It's a cover-up, can't you tell?" Or something. And I don't know, man. I can't remember all the details of the conversation, but it was something along those lines where it was like, "That's just what they want you to believe, bro. You have to peel back the layers. You gotta, And this is where this goes. Okay, this is what I want, kind of to bring my point home about the conspiracy theories and everything. I am absolutely convinced that if you show me good evidence, I will agree with you, man. I'm convinced of it. I just feel like if you just show me good evidence, man, oh, damn. But when you chase stuff to the point where the moment you got a glimpse of something that might be tangible, and then you cling to it like it is, It's a bullshit position, and you know it is. And you used to get laughed out of rooms with it, but in a conspiracy theory, they're telling you in those like funnels that how smart you are and great you are, and you're the one, you're the thinker. They're not. They're the dummies. They're the mainstream media follows this damn sheep. Right? And I'm just sitting there. I'm being called a sheep. I'm being called brainwashed. I'm being called all sorts of shit by this person, man. And I'm dumbfounded because it's literally the dude got arrested. You can search his name. His family's chimed in. That's the thing. You get people to so convinced of their belief that anything that contradicts it, they just ain't even going to look at. Right? So that's your brainwash, your brain. And I'm sitting there just pointing out the obvious. There was no basement. You could go there. People have gone there. There's videos of people walking through the damn place. It's like, oh no, that's what they want you to believe, though. And it's like, all right, bro. Then just drive there and look for your damn self, right? Like that's what they want me to believe. Then go with the camera, go drive all the way there, and just show me. I'm the one that's wrong. I'm the one brainwashed. I'm the one that's twisted, right? So that conversation never came up again. The Pizzagate part of it never came up again. But we continued having conversations because I was convinced I would find something. I was just convinced I would find something that I could point out, and it would be so blatant that there's no way he could stand by the other stance, And that's why I stuck with the conversation because it kind of irked me that this guy could take something as tangible as that and tell me I'm the sucker for just for listening to people that are reporting on it, or they had to go there, the police officers that had to file a report, I'd have to ignore that one too, his arrest and what it was for, and the court reporting on that. I guess I'd have to ignore that too, right? To still hold that spot, right? So I'm just like looking and looking and looking and looking for something, and I realize I just can't convince him. About a year in, I just couldn't convince this dude, and I finally reached a point. We reached a point. I mean, I've got to tell you, it was hostile, it was mean spirited. I can't tell you how many insults I got thrown. I just can't. I threw some back, man. I ain't, I don't just sit down and take it. But at the same time, at the end of it, and this is where conspiracy theorists lie to themselves. I said, all right, man, all right, fine. You know who's telling the truth, and I don't. And so I got two people telling me stuff, and you got two people telling you stuff, and you're just like, who's telling the truth, man. So how do you do it, dude? How do you know, man? I mean, you figured it out, dude. Tell me how you do it so I can figure it out. You know what he had to say? He said, well, I just know. Well, I just know. So in other words, any conspiracy anywhere USA, I'm not talking about the ones with evidence that are tangible. I'm talking about the ones that are, you got the story and then you fill in all the facts after, trying to connect it all, right? That's a conspiracy. And then when you get disproven, it's that ain't what happened. Well, this is what happened, and you just keep moving the goalpost, right? At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. They're telling you, I have superior intellect to you, and I just know things you just can't comprehend. Therefore, you just have to trust me. So take all that into consideration, right? Everything I just said. And imagine this guy, let's just say this person that I'm talking about is absolutely of superior intelligence. Let's just say this is like the next Einstein. He's got the gift of gifts of insight and everything else, right? If I could tell you that, he wasn't a high school dropout, I would. But he was a high school dropout. If I could tell you he didn't start drugs at a young age, I would. But he started drugs at a young age. Had an alcoholic problem. Comes from a family of mental illness. Comes from things that made him think the way he thinks. And I can't tell you how enjoyable that must be to feel so gifted and above everyone around you when you come from that background. And I want to let them have it, so long as no one gets hurt, in the process. And I backed off the conversation, and I said, we're just not going to talk anymore, because I'm the type of guy that can't let it go, can't let something slide, and he's the type of guy that won't let something go, can't let something slide, and I just have to trust him. And everything I look at is brainwashing and mainstream media. It's like it's a pointless, right? Pointless conversation. So we wish each other well, and we, every now and then there's like a, hey, Happy New Year, hey, Merry Christmas, or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, if he's happy and he ain't hurt nothing, nobody, I don't care what rabbit holes you chase. But the rabbit holes he was chasing, it's got guys getting guns and going into pizza places. It's got guys thinking that people are killing children and sucking their essence. It's got guys out there just controlling the whole world and pulling all the strings. Now, we all believe that. We know the rich are doing that, right? The richest of the richest. But the way he's portraying it's like they're all just devil worshipping cult members that just do all sorts of crazy stuff to little kids. And they're all in on it, and deep state. Trump is going to save us from that. It was the other side of the QAnon belief. So if you ever don't understand somebody from that side, like MAGA, you have to put it in the perspective of that. If you can, if it's even possible to understand that. Imagine coming from an abusive background, a situation where everyone else is calling you stupid, you're dumb, you're this, you're that, and the world's fucked. People are pulling the strings, and they're telling you, oh, they're pulling the strings, but not only are they doing that, check this out, what they're doing to the kids too. You're really going to radicalize them. Nothing motivates people than saving a kid. Nothing. I mean, you got the pro-life movement, and they don't look beyond pro-birth, right? They're just saving the kid, and then after that, it's like, I saved a kid. They don't look at the struggles of kids and not eating. It's all someone else's fault after that, man. It's everyone else's fault but theirs. But I saved the kid. So I think sometimes it's just a sham, when you got these people arguing out of bad faith. They're arguing out of, just trust me, bro. Elons and Trumps and these cult leaders and all across the world from all times. Just trust me, bro. I know things on a whole nother level. I got so much information you ain't never seen. You just gotta trust me. That's how people get so sucked up and suckered into things. At any rate, man, if you know a conspiracy theorist out there, show them this video. Uh, Let them comment. Let them call me names and tell me something. Hey, even tell me where to look, man. Maybe there's some evidence out there I ain't seen that's just gonna be like, oh dang, where had this been hiding? You know. But if you're telling me the outcome, right? Or here's the outcome, and then in the entire story there, you got to tell me, and you got to connect all these different lines of who it's circulated about, and then I right somewhere just right as you're explaining, I go, well, I could just disprove that one right now. You know, it doesn't help anything. But if it's new evidence, man, it's definitely going to change my opinion, my view, and my stance. So, hey, love y'all. Have a great day.